Have you ever heard that a good mindset brings good luck? In the study of face reading, or physiognomy, this makes perfect sense. Your thoughts change your expressions. Your expressions change your face over time. And your face can ultimately change your life's path. Recently, some people have started applying this exact same logic to Feng Shui. They claim that having a pure heart or deep respect for your ancestors is a standalone mechanism for good fortune. They believe the mind alone can make Feng Shui work. But is it fair to look at the mind in Feng Shui the same way we do in face reading? Let's dive into the core identity of Feng Shui to find out. Traditional grave Feng Shui is not just an abstract moral code or a religious belief. It is not just about your feelings. At its core, it is a highly physical process. It is the literal, physical union between the earth's life, energy and the physical remains, or bones, of an ancestor. The ancient Book of Burial, which is essentially the Bible of Feng Shui, is very clear about this. It states that human bodies come from their parents, and this physical connection remains even after death. Fortune is transferred through the physical medium of the bones. If good intentions were all that mattered, Feng Shui wouldn't be an earth science. It would just be a moral philosophy. What happens if we accept the idea that only the mind matters? It creates a dangerous loophole. It means you could bury an ancestor in terrible, lifeless land. And as long as you prayed hard enough, your ancestor's spirit would be moved to grant you good luck. This turns Feng Shui into a simple wishing well. It completely erases the geographical and environmental science behind the practice. Finding a true, vital spot of energy in the earth would become totally useless. There is a famous example of this in Korea. A well-known professor once claimed that the ideal resting place is in the mind. Traditional Feng Shui masters heavily criticized him for this. One master pointed out that the professor only said that because he didn't know how to read the physical signs of the earth. It was a harsh warning not to ignore the physical reality of the land. Real field experience shows a clear difference in outcomes between good land and bad land. Ignoring the physical location threatens the very foundation of Feng Shui. Now, some people like to point to a specific commentary in the Book of Burial to defend their mental approach. The text says, "We do not bury bones, we bury the human heart." But we need to look at what this really means. It means a descendant's sincere heart connects with universal energy. That energy connects with heaven and earth. And finally, the ancestor's spirit harmonizes with the mountains and rivers. The physical earth is always the crucial middleman. The environment must meet specific geographical conditions. You cannot just imagine an auspicious spot. You must find objective, physical signs in the earth to prove it is a true energy center. So, what is the actual role of the mind, or respect for ancestors, in Feng Shui? It does not magically create good fortune out of thin air. Instead, it acts as the spark. It is the practical motivation. The process of Feng Shui actually works in 3 distinct steps. Step 1 is the mind. Your deep respect gives you the motivation and the ethical drive to find a good resting place for your ancestor. Step 2 is the physical action. Driven by your respect, you physically place the ancestor's remains into a precise, vital spot filled with life energy. Step 3 is the resonance. The earth's positive energy interacts with the ancestor's physical remains, essentially their DNA. This energy then resonates and travels through the family line, bringing fortune to the descendants. This is when the true goal of Feng Shui is finally achieved. Even if you don't have physical bones and use a memorial tablet instead, the rule stays the same. That tablet still needs to be placed in a physically optimal location, according to Feng Shui principles. In conclusion, your mind and your good intentions are not the direct cause of good fortune. Rather, they are the noble starting point. They give you the drive to go out and find that perfect physical space in the earth. The mind starts the journey, but it is the physical earth that delivers the result. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope this gave you a clearer understanding of how the mind and the earth truly work together in Feng Shui. If you found this video interesting, please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next video.